Without further ado, let's get into the Demon Hunter cards. First card, we have Double Jump. Draw an Outcast card from your deck. First thing about Double Jump, it's not as good as you think. This is my first point about Double Jump. Because if we look at Outcast cards, let me look at Outcast cards. Hearthstone Outcast cards. We have these are the only cards right now. So we have Consume Magic. Wait, I need to turn music off if I'm going on YouTube. I'm an idiot. Right. We have Consume Magic. Schedule Runner. So useless. Pretty useless because you don't run this. I-Beam. It's okay, I guess. But do you run Double Jump just to play I-Beam? I don't know. Fellblade. Skull. So let's say Skull, right? You don't want Star Student Stelina. I think she's trash. We'll rate these all later. But basically, none of these seem strong enough. A Skull is the only one, right? So this is 1 mana, draw Skull. Basically. Is draw Skull actually that good? I don't think so. I feel like I always top deck Skull on 6 anyway, because I'm a gamer. But like mainly, it's just 7 mana, like it's just a dead card until turn 7. If you're only playing it for the Skull value. Maybe you run I-Beam as well, but then it's just not consistent. QB for Glide and Hyper Aggro list. It could, but then like, I guess it's a good way to make sure Glide isn't, because like the issue with Glide, again, I'm going to talk about this when I get to Glide, but the main issue with Glide is that when it's on the far left of your hand, it does nothing because you don't want to play it. Thing with Double Jump is, it means that maybe you don't top deck Glide. Maybe it's good. I'm just going to say it's a 1 or a 2. What are the ratings? So unplayable, maybe playable, has potential, played in meta decks, meta defining. These are the how we rate them. So I'm going to go with like maybe playable to unplayable. Let's go with 2. Marrow Slicer. Shuffle 2 Soul Fragments into your deck. It's either really, really good if Soul Fragments are good, or really bad if Soul Fragments are bad. It's basically True Silver Champion. That's a card we compare it to. Let me get on the old Google, for those of you who don't know, because I can't be able to, I should just edit into the YouTube video. But if I could spell, here we have it. It's basically this, because you get 4 health, but you also have more Soul Fragment synergy. This is seen play. This is the worst image I could have got of it. Who cares? Right. This is seen play in like almost every, like it's in a lot, play in a lot of Paladin decks, right? So like maybe you play it because like True Silver good. It makes Glavebound playable on Curve, true. And it means you can play this on 4 and play the 5/5 on 5. Okay, I'm actually gonna give this a 3. We saying it has potential. I think this has potential. I think this could be very good. Like just because of the curve more than the actual stats of the weapon or the Soul Fragment effect. Just a powerful weapon on 4 that curves into Lapidary and it curves into Glavebound seems pretty good. Would you guys agree with that? I would agree with that. You don't get a choice anyway, because I'm the one who picks the numbers. Veilfiend Trainer. It's a 4 mana 7/6, right? Yeah, 4 mana 8 damage is good. I agree. This one, we gotta go kind of fast, because otherwise I'm gonna be up all night. Because it's 135 cards, and we're on number 3. It's a 4 mana 7/6, which looks really good, but it's just really bad. This is a 1. I actually think it's just an insta 1, which is weird because like it looks like it's a lot of stats, but getting expensive cards outcast is hard, right? Like just getting expensive cards to the far left is kind of difficult because you rarely get this down on turn 4. So though it's like a 4 mana 7/6. You probably only get it down turn 5. If your Skull is far left, you don't get this down with full stats until turn 7. Yeah, why play this when you can run Eladari Fellblade? And Fellblade still doesn't see play. So it's like a worse Fellblade because it doesn't have Rush or Immune. And you probably, a lot of the times you won't get this down until turn 7. And the 7 mana 7/6 is nowhere near good enough. So yeah, it's a 1. This card, 4. I think it's just an insta 4. It's playable in meta decks. I think if a Temple Demon Hunter, you run the 1/3, and there's the 1 mana 1/3. Mr. Soul Jailer is down here somewhere, right at the bottom probably with my luck. Oh, I forgot he was dual class. Yeah, Mr. Soul Jailer, the dual class. is a 1 mana 1/3. He's a Darmo. You run 1 mana 1/3s in any kind of aggressive deck, which means you automatically have Soul Fragments in any aggressive deck, which would then suggest you probably play this as like, because what Demon Hunter struggled with in the current times, what we struggled with most recently is a 5-drop, right? We've lacked, people have been running Cobalt Spell, like the dragon Cobalt Spellkin, and people have been running Mana Saber to try and like skip turn 5 and just go straight to turn 6, where you get like Glavebound and Warglaives down. This kind of gives you a playable turn 5, and it's a strong turn 5. It's a 5 mana 5/5 deal 5. Kind of like, it's kind of like that Overload card that went into Shaman and everyone said was going to be really good and then just didn't get the support. But I think this has the support, so I think it's going to be a lot stronger than that. 4 out of 5. Not meta defining. I could bump this up to a 5, but I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. Fell Guardians. Seems like it does a lot of stuff. Seems like it does a lot of stuff, but none of the stuff is useful. Yeah, it's like, it's defensive, but it's not very good defensive. Like, even if you got this to 0 mana, even if some really tokeny Demon Hunter, you got a 0 mana 3 Goldshire Footman, it still sucks. Like realistically, I don't care if it costs 7. 7, the mana cost is irrelevant. The effect doesn't do enough. Like, yeah. This is an insta-1. Like, the effect just is useful. Great suggestion for the YouTube. Upload it in blocks in 1 or 2 classes, I suppose. Yeah, I'm going to do it in either 1 or 2 class segments. I'm going to figure that out depending on how long they are. That is the plan. But yeah, I will not block, like, no one is going to watch, like, 5 hours of me rating every single card. I mean, I hope not. If you guys do that, that's an insta-1. I agree. Mage Hunter is also, like, an overhyped... This is why this is the honest card review. We're being completely honest. These could have been 2/3s for sure. Think about the Shaman card. When it was first came out, Dragon Pack, 4 out of 5 mana. Summon 2 5/6s for 5 mana. This is probably on average like 3 mana, and you get some Goldshire Footman. Like, it's useless. Mage Hunter, it kills Edwin and doesn't do anything else. Super overhyped, was like insanely overhyped when it got revealed. It kills Edwin and survives, and then dies to a dagger. Like, it's just silence. Like, Spellbreaker died for this, chat. Spellbreaker died for this. I wouldn't even say it's meta dependent, right? Because, like, if the meta gives you a lot of stuff that needs silence, just run Consume Magic. Just run, look how good I am at. Just run this. You know, like, I don't know, it seems stronger. Right behind Twitch chat. Just run silence, so this is an insta-1. The only benefit isn't it kills Edwin. Yeah, Mage Hunter, nice stuff athletic studies, but you don't run out. I would agree. This card's a 4. I'm gonna, like, I don't know if I should start with ratings and then explain, or explain and then give ratings. It really depends if I'm unsure. But I think Shatter Shard is a 4. In Control, I think it's, like... It's not meta defining. Wait, what were the... If we scroll up, it's played in meta decks. I think this is true. I think if, like... If there is a Control Demon Hunter that is meta, this will be played in it. So, with those kind of, like... Obviously, in Tempo, it's bad, because killing your own board is a bad idea. You don't want to kill your own board, but, like, we've seen all these kind of AoEs. Crazed Netherwing, Duskbreaker, all these kind of things, like... have always seen play. This is undercut again by like 1 or 2 mana. Stats don't matter, just really strong effect. Insane AoE against like any... If Temple Demon Hunter gets really good, this card can be really, really good. Depends if Soul Fragments, if they suck, GG. Thing is though, Soul Fragments have a 1 mana 1/3. It's hard to have a deck with a 1 mana 1/3 that sucks, except Libram Paladin, but let's not go into that. Libram Paladin is... maybe it's good next expansion. Right. We have Glide. What's up, Chewy? How you doing? The most overhyped, Reddit complaining, Mondak card of the expansion that won't see play instant 1. It's not even meta dependent, it's just bad. Like, it's almost the worst card of the set. Like, I'm gonna give it to you straight. This is why this is an honest card review. We're not messing around. We're not giving you the, oh, but we rate this card highly because it's new. We're not giving you any of that. This card's garbage. Like, your opponent, you don't know your opponent's hand. You have no read on your opponent's hand. So you have no idea if by shuffling his hand, if you're giving him anything better or anything worse. Like, you can easily shuffle his bad hand, give him a good hand. He has no... Like, on average, he's going to use his removal. If you're a Temple Demon Hunter deck, your opponent's going to use their removal. All you're doing is refreshing their removal if they're a control deck. And if they're a combo deck, like, you win by just playing aggressive Temple Demon Hunter instead of playing Glide. It's not even meta dependent. It's just bad. Like, if combo's popular, you just play full aggro. You don't play this. You don't play disruption. You just kill them before they get their combo. Like, that's the difference. That's why Glide is never good. Because even if combo is good, you don't win combo by shuffling. That just delays the time because you spent 4 mana shuffling. You just win by killing them. 4 mana draw 4 in the late game, it's not bad, but like, it's only for draw 4 if your hand's empty. If your hand has 1 card, you technically draw 3. If your hand has 2 cards, you're technically drawing 2. Like, I think Skull is still better. I think it's an insta 1. This is my hot take of the expansion. If I'm wrong, you guys can all laugh at me. Cycle of Hatred, it's going with Glide, and they can all sit there in hell as the worst cards ever. You can't say that card is bad, it's always at least average. Oh no, it's giga trash. Glide is, you don't want any glides. Glide is literal garbage. Like, you just run Skull. Skull is way better. Spectral Sight's better, for example. Like, it's never 4 mana draw 4 unless your hand is exactly empty. If it's 4 mana draw 3, you're already better running like a Spectral Sight. Or 2 Spectral Sights instead of glides. Cycle of Hatred's garbage. It just doesn't fit in any decks. Maybe like next expansion I can see this card being good. But right now you're paying 7 mana for the same as this guy does, but you're paying 4 mana more than this guy. You're paying 4 mana more than this guy. And like, yeah, you don't really care about board and 3/3s. If you do, you play Temple Demon Hunter. Yeah, it may be nutty off like Volpera if Volpera is still good, but we'll see. Ancient Voidhound. Maybe Big Demon Hunter is back, and I can see this 3. It has potential depending on how strong Big Demon Hunter is. I think what they should have done to make Big Demon Hunter viable was the 6 mana 8/3, the Fell Summoner. I'm so bad with card names. Fell Summoner. My spelling is insane. This guy. Summon a random demons from your hand. This, you can't see it. This needs to be cheaper, and this needs to be like less stats. If you can cheat this out earlier, you can cheat this out earlier, and if you can cheat this out earlier, it's way stronger. Being able to cheat stuff out like not as early is, yeah, it's 2 or 3. It's probably 2. And the more that I think of it, it's probably 2. It's probably a bit too slow. But if you could cheat it out easier, it's like an insta 4 or 5. Glide 1, Voidhound 3. Voidhound's a 2. Glide is definitely a 1 though. Star Student Stelina is, I will go with a 2. I think it's a 1 or a 2. I just don't think it's that good. I think the shuffle effect's way overrated. I think Rush is more powerful than her Outcast effect. If this was Battlecry, maybe she'd be stronger. I think this is a legendary power level of like a 4 if it's a Battlecry. Being Outcast makes it so much weaker. Also, if you have everything Outcast, then like your deck gets really hard to, like, you do get hand knowledge. This is true. I just don't see like a Demon Hunter that you run this right now. Like, I can see maybe Control existing, maybe Aggro, but I just think Hand Disruption is way overrated in Hearthstone. Like, it doesn't work that well. It's probably a 2, but like I feel like Hand Disruption in Hearthstone isn't that good. You just completely lose to aggro. I assume you haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, but I'm talking about Hearthstone. Like in Hearthstone, Hand Disruption is garbage. Like Albatross, it was only good because it disrupted Highlander and it can give you dead draws. Deck Disruption is good. Hand Disruption it's overrated, I think, for sure. And there's been I think they rate it higher just because it's really broken if it's too strong. So they've done well to understat the minions. But yeah, I'm getting rid of this. I'm just waiting for Disruption Demon. It's gonna completely suck. Yeah, this is a 2. Especially it's just so bad against aggro, and combo isn't looking to be as strong as everyone thinks it's gonna be. So yeah, that's Demon Hunter. Let's move on to Druid. Demon Hunter and Hunter dual class cards. Let's see. Blood Herald. Whenever friendly minion dies, list your hand, gain +1/1. You can gain +1 as my rating. This card is bad. Too slow. On average, you play like 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, maybe like 2 cards on 4, and it's like a 5/5. 5 mana 5/5. It doesn't have to be in your it's in your hand, so it has to be in your hand. So it's a 5/5 if you keep it on mulligan. That's how bad it is. Like, it's a 5/5 if you keep it in mulligan at best. If you want to play it on 5. If you want to wait till turn 10, sure. You can make 16/16 on turn 10. Edwin would like a word. He's a 16/16 on turn 3. So like, even as a 10/10, it's too slow. Way too slow. It's a 1. Team and Companion. I love this card. I love this card. Like, they're all just half the stats of Leok, Misha, and I'm going to get them up so you guys can see all the Demon comp. Again, it doesn't cost 5 mana. It costs 1. You get Refa. You get it. It's like Huffer, but backwards. It's funny. It's humor. Shima, which is like, it's Misha. And Kolek. The art is sick, by the way. I love the art. But you don't want to hit Kolek. Kolek sucks. It's a 1 mana 1/2, to be honest. Maybe it's not that bad. On 1, Kolek sucks. You want to be hitting Shima and Refa. Mainly Shima. You want to be hitting Shima. But I don't think Demon Companion is that good. A 2/2 taunt is 1 in 3 times. Like, you have a lot of 1-drops. You have Battle Fiend, Battle Mage, Blazing Sidekick, and maybe Og Merchant as well. Maybe you cut Og Merchant. I don't think you play this in Demon Hunter. You can play it in Hunter, actually. As weird as that seems, just because it says Demon on it, I think you play it in Hunter. This is a Hunter card. Like, no cap. Just because it says Demon on it, everyone gets baited into thinking it's a Demon Hunter card. Demon Hunter already has way too many good 1-drops. I don't think Hunter does. I think it's a 2 and it only gets played in Hunter, maybe in Highlander. I actually don't think this goes in Demon Hunter. 2/1 charge is okay. It's a jewel, but I don't think you play it in Demon Hunter. That's what I'm saying. 2/1 charge on turn 1 just usually dies to most hero powers. 2/2 is like nutty, but it's a 1 in 3, and Kolek is like a flame. It's like a firefly, but you don't get the second part because the +1 attack is irrelevant on turn 1. So it's barely a 1-drop at best. So like, just because it says demon, I don't think you run it in Demon Hunter. Anyway, True Aim Crescent. This card seems really, really good. Am I like? So I think the cards attack from left to right. I think that's what I've heard. I think it's from left to right. So in which case it's a 4. Yeah. I think it's a 4. The in order they were played. It's a 1 mana 1/4 weapon. I don't even care about the text. Is it play order? Is it not left to right? It's play order. Okay, now you have to actually track that. That's kind of hard. Is it play order? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'll admit if I'm wrong. If it's done by play order, I think you gotta go like play order. Okay, I'm debated. I don't know where I read left to right. Left to right would make more sense. It sets up Adept. Yeah, good with Adept, and it's just a 1 mana 1/4 weapon. Trigger Spellburst. The Adept does trigger Spellburst, but there aren't that many good Demon Hunter or Hunter Spellburst cards, I don't think. Let's see. I think it's just a 1 mana 1/4 weapon is just really strong. I don't care about the effect. The effect's kind of annoying, but you just make sure you do it in order so that you end up killing everything you attack. You hit stuff last, and you just use it as a ping weapon. It does ruin Umberwing. So maybe you don't run Umberwing, but it's really good with Ace Hunter Kreen. Whoop, there he is. Really good with Ace Hunter Kreen. I think you run it over Umberwing. I just don't know if it's too many weapons. Like, maybe you just have too many weapons here, especially if you're running the Marrow Slicer. Especially if you run the 4 mana weapon. Go with 3. I think there's too many weapons at this point. You're overcrowding with weapons. Like, Warglaves is gone. Warglaves is a write-off, I think, at this point. But you're still competing with Marrow Slicer, and Umberwing's the real competition. Is it stronger than Umberwing? I'm not sure. I'm going to go with 3. Ace Hunter Kreen. I underrate. I said this card was trash. Look, it's really annoying, right? I said this card was trash when it first came out, which I stood by at the time, right? And then they printed this. This makes Kreen good. So now if Kreen's good, Raren and everyone else I told was trash is going to be like, I was right. Ace Hunter Kreen's great. I'm like, I didn't know this perfect synergy 1-cost card was going to be printed. So, like, just because this exists, Kreen is a 3. Like, but I didn't know that was going to be printed when I said... Kreen was originally a 2 or a 1. Kreen's not actually that good. He's still tempo. Warglaves doesn't matter with Kreen because your health total is really irrelevant. You don't really care if you take damage. Unless you're hitting into, like, a 12-12 Edwin. Like, with weapon, it's a good combo. Without weapon, it's a 1. but or a 2 even. But like with weapon, it's playable. It has potential, which is what we're rating this off, right? It has potential. Okay, it has potential with weapon. So I'm gonna go 3 with Kreen. Weapon on 1, Bone Shear on 2, Kreen on 3. How good is that? I mean, that's nutty. It's just they're both like this is legendary. How often do you get that? I don't know. About as often as my opponent always has Metamorphosis at the end of the game. The hero being immune doesn't matter. The hero being immune really doesn't matter. Demon Hunters rarely die because of their health. They usually die because they get out controlled. They don't die because they run out of health. So the hero being like immune doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So it's all about your minions getting value trades. You have to have minions on board to get value trades with this card. To get value trades, you have to have minions on board, which would mean you have to already be winning. So that's why I think in my eyes it's a win more card. You have to have minions on board to win. Like, with one minion, it's basically Death Speaker. Was Death Speaker good with one minion? Not really. So you've really got to have like 2 or 3 minions for it to be good. So in that respect, I think it's a win more card and not actually that good. I'm going to get a 2 and you guys are going to laugh at me, but I'm not. I'm going to be right. It's either going to be 2 on its own or insane with the Crescent. If the Crescent is really good, then this is really good. I'm going to go 3. I'm not going to look like such an idiot. I'm going to go 3. If you've made it to the end of the video, this is the outro. That's going to be on every single card review that I do. I guess for forever. Just reuse this on every video. If you're new, please drop a like, subscribe. Check out my stream out at twitch.tv/liquidox with a couple of underscores or some whatever. Oh, this is great. And yeah, turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live. Will it be next week? When I go live? When I post a video? Will it be next week? Will it be next month? Will it be tomorrow? Who knows? You'll know if you have the bell on. So yeah, have a good day. Stay hydrated. Go outside a bit. Peace.